Hey guys, welcome to another Homelab Series video today. In today's video, I'll be showing you a self-hosted application that you can run that's kind of like a CRON alternative actually, but it's more of just, task scheduling, but I actually can do more complex things than just saying, hey, I want to run this command and I'm going to put it in a cron and schedule it. It has a web GUI user interface for you, as well as you can do multi-step tasks that you can write in YAML, so that it actually does kind of like more of a playbook type run, as opposed to, oh, I'm just gonna run a command or like run a script in cron. So it's a little bit more fancy and has a few more features that make it a lot more friendly for those of you who aren't like, oh, I'm gonna just write a script in bash and just put it in cron and let it do its magic. So this also has stats and kind of shows you, the run, the succeeds, and the logs that it comes out with. So it is pretty neat. So we can get started here. All right, so before we get started, for all my friends who did complain about me having rectangular screen for my webcam at the bottom here, it is now circular. So take that. But I do hope you watch this and you do enjoy the circular webcam. So, but anywho, what we'll do here is I will show you. We can look it up. So it's Dagu GitHub. I think that's how you spell it, Dagu. Which is their GitHub that essentially is their program. So what we'll do is run through the installation. So we're just running on one of our existing boxes that we've created for a previous video, which we'll just SSH into real quick. And they have essentially a bash script that you can just run. So we'll copy that, paste that. So the one thing that you'll want to note here is essentially it'll give you all the commands, what you can do. So the problem with running this just as is, it will actually output everything that on the screen for the logging and whatnot. And we don't really want that. So what we'll do here is run it like how you would run it. So it would be Dagu start all, which would start the process task schedule as well as the user interface. But we'll output it to dev null and redirect standard out and standard error as well. And then run it in the background. So then we can see if we were to do px aus grep 17275, we can see that it is essentially running on this process here. The other thing to note here is that, well, if I had NetTools installed for netstat, is that this will be running on the machine on essentially itself. So it's not, you can't hit it on 8080, but because I have all my machines set up with Nginx, I can actually set it up so that it just forwards to 8080 on the machine itself, and then I can access it via HTTPS. So we'll just do that. We'll restart Nginx. And then what we should be able to do is do HTTPS enclose.dragon.local. And we can see the user interface here for Dagu. It's pretty simple, honestly. There really isn't much to it in regards to how it looks and everything. There's a few things to the left. So you get the dashboard, you get your DAGs, which is what their kind of like task scheduler thing is, and you get a search functionality so that you can search various things as well. So what we'll do is getting started. We'll hit new and we'll just do a test. We'll create a test. So you can see over here we're in the spec section. So in this, we have this YAML file that we can edit. And essentially, we're just going to copy and paste based off of what they have on their quick start. But essentially, you can do it, as whatever you need. So the schedule is essentially a cron schedule. So this, if you did it like this in cron, it would run every minute. So obviously, it's minute, hours, days, weeks, day of the week. Well, minute, hour, day, month, and then day of the week. Sorry. It's been a while. So my fun thing is I always tell people if you ever have to do cron tab stuff, cron tab guru is your friend for your cron expressions. So you can see minute, hour, day, month, day of the week. There we go. So essentially, this will run every single minute. So you can do it however you want. So in here, you have steps, and then you have essentially your name and commands. You can get a little bit more fancy as well. So if you scroll down, there's actually other examples in regards to how you can do it. So you can have environmental variables, how to handle errors. Your steps can have scripts in it. And outputs, but we're going to keep it simple with what it is. So essentially, you have step 1, which will run echo, hello Dagu, and then step 2, which depends on step 1. So step 1 has to run first before step 2 can run, and it will equal echo done. So what we'll do here is hit save, and then you can see that it will actually run in here. So you can see going back to this page, you can see that it hasn't started. The next run will actually happen in 5 seconds, and you can actually enable or disable this specific task too as well, which makes it super cool to just be able to hit a button and say, hey, it's good or not. So we can refresh. So there's also the play and stop and undo, I guess. I don't know what that actually does, but you can see that the last time it ran, it finished. Next run is in 39 seconds, so we can actually go to it, and we can see the log. So if you would click here, you can see the log. So this says hello Dagu, and the second step would be done. So it's actually pretty cool because it will actually give you how it executed as well here. So it will show you, hey, this executed and finished, and here are the details, essentially the command based off of it, and if there's any errors as well. And then you can kind of see history. So when the next run runs, you can see that there'll be another history that pops up here as well. So essentially, it's kind of your playground now at this point. Depending on what you want to do or what you want to configure here, you can definitely do some complex stuff. Or if you want to keep it simple and you enjoy just writing bash scripts and you need to call a bash script, you can always just update the spec and essentially say, hey, I want to run the bash script that's like, in root runme.sh, and it will also just run the script as well. So you can use it very much so like cron, but there is a lot of functionality that makes it pretty cool that there's more functionality than just writing a bash script and then adding it to cron that you can do with this. So definitely take a look if you're interested in doing more stuff, especially if you have multi-step situations for your tasks. So that's pretty much it for this video. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.